Do you feel like you're on a flight attendant roller coaster? Do you feel like your career goals and your career path is taking you up really, really high, like a roller coaster? The open application, submitting your resume to an airline, getting the assessment, passing the assessment, video interview, phone interview, live video interview, group interview, face-to-face interview, getting all of these invitations that feel so amazing, and then going, uh, is it feeling like you're also on the down sometimes and you've got a TB&T or a thanks but no thanks email, or you didn't have enough months left on your passport to apply to the airline you were waiting to open, or you weren't successful in the video interview, or the assessment gets you every time? Do you feel like you're on a roller coaster? Because if you do, that is totally normal and completely natural, and that is part of chasing a dream and doing something that matters and doing something that is exciting and doing something that is bigger than just the regular. So if you feel like you're on a roller coaster, that's something to be expected. And I wish that it was different. I mean, right? But if you know that that's to be expected, then I hope that it encourages you to really enjoy the highs, enjoy the wins, enjoy the fact, celebrate the fact that you get an invitation to an interview, you get a video interview. Celebrate that, because that is one of the highs. And hopefully it encourages you and reminds you to brace for the lows. That you're the fact that you got a thanks but no thanks, or that you weren't able to apply this time, or you missed the window, or you weren't qualified, or the timing's not right in your own life. Those are lows of the roller coaster. And that's something that we can brace for, that we can kind of be prepared to weather, but it's going to be part of it. And sometimes we forget this because, when we look on social media, or you have friends that are flight attendants, or you see, TikTok, Instagram, and they're looking amazing in their uniform, or they're overnighting in Paris, or they are holding a line and live in their base where they want, working for their dream airline, working trips that they want. When we look at this, it's easy to think that it was easy for them, or that they were able to get where they were without the same roller coaster that you're having to ride to get there. But that's simply not true, because every single person who is a flight attendant, or who is living their dream, has faced ups and downs, has faced challenges, has overcome challenges, and they have been on the roller coaster. And honestly, being on a roller coaster is kind of part of life, especially if you're trying to do something really cool. And so if you're on the roller coaster, I hope that this encourages you to continue to stay on the roller coaster. The only time you get hurt on a roller coaster is if you try to jump off. So stay on the roller coaster. A couple months ago, I had a private coaching client, who was sharing with me his journey. And before we had started working together, he had some disappointment. And but I was just telling him how proud I was of him, that he was learning from it, that he didn't let that, slow him down, that he had just like a good attitude about it, and that he was learning from it, and that he had taken what he had learned in the time that he was unsuccessful, and he was going to use it to move forward and hopefully be successful on the other side. And he said to me, well, the only way that you don't make your goal, the only way that you're not successful, the only way you don't win, is if you quit. And I thought that was just a really, really good reminder. And I think we've all heard that. The only way you really lose is if you quit or something. But I just want to encourage you again to keep trying, keep going for it. There are over a dozen airlines right now that are accepting applications. I'll put the link to the airline listings page on my website down in the description below, so you can look at it. If you went, what? A dozen? I didn't even know there was a dozen airlines in the United States. Well, there is. And a lot of them are accepting applications. And I encourage you to try something new, to try an airline maybe on the list that you hadn't considered before, or that you hadn't even heard of. Click on their name, read a little bit about them, find out what they do. The pay has increased for a lot of small airlines in the last 18 months or so, which I know was one of the biggest barriers to wanting to apply to a smaller airline, was the pay discrepancy. And that gap for now has been closed. So I encourage you to reconsider if you had already counted some out, and to consider for the first time maybe some that you see on that list that you hadn't considered before. Because once you earn your wings, once you are flying and living the life that you are dreaming of, it's going to be worth it. All of these ups and downs are going to be worth it. And you're going to have so many amazing adventures. So no one's path to success is straight, even if it looks like it was. No one's path to success was straight. And every single path to success has challenges, roadblocks, detours. So if you find yourself on the flight attendant career roller coaster, I'm just glad you're still on it. I'm proud of you for staying on it and bracing for the down times and celebrating the high times. And I can't wait to see what wings you get and where your wings take you. Keep going, keep trying, stay on the roller coaster.